The teams we support can be recognized in so many different ways. By way of their players, their logo, their jerseys, and maybe even their colors. But what are the slogans that we can recognize our favorite teams by? And what would they be if they were honest? These are the unofficial slogans for esports teams. In this video, I have compiled what I think are the real slogans to professional esports teams that really show what this team is all about. Don't take it too serious. This is gonna be more laughy, more jokey, more silly, and just gonna be fast-paced. Let me know what you think is an unofficial slogan for a team in Counter-Strike or in esports overall. I may be not on the money all the time. If I'm not, let me know down in the comments. I'm sorry. I think maybe you have an unofficial slogan for a team that, you know, I didn't mention. Or maybe you think yours is better. Let me know down in the comments, because it's a funny thing, you know? Because I do think slogans, if I say budget FaZe, I think we all know what I'm talking about. And that's the power of slogans. So let's get into this. Before we start, my name is Burlington, and I just want to say thank you very much to everybody who's been subscribing and joining the Burlington Pixel Discord server and liking and commenting. Like, it's been insane. I never expected this. So it's been an absolute blast. It's been overwhelming a little bit. I'm still doing the giveaway for the last 1,000 milestone, and we're already nearing the 2,000 subscriber milestone. Like, it's guys, it's been insane. Let's go on with the video. Again, thank you very much. So the first honest slogan is wildcard. ChatGPT, how do I run a CS team? This, of course, refers to this crazy interview that FaZe did when he rejoined Wildcard, saying that there was ChatGPT involved in the roster changes. I don't know if it's true. It would be crazy, but it's still very funny. And I think, you know, it's either ChatGPT or we're Wildcard. We're funded by OnlyFans. Also pretty catchy. No, but it was a mess. That I don't know. It probably was ChatGPT that was involved, because, you know, you kick Stanislaus like, guys, I'm interested in coaching. And like, we're top 16 at the major. Why are you like? And then all of a sudden he's kicked, and it's like, what? And then FaZe's like, I want to go, and then like kept peeping, and I was, oh, he's not an operator. Like, it's a mess. And you know, I think ChatGPT is a pretty good explanation, and I think it's just really funny. I like that slogan. Let's keep that slogan, guys. Vitality. We are French. For now. Vitality entered Counter-Strike with a fully French lineup in the form of Happy, Apex, ZywOo, MBK, RPK, was he there already? I don't know. They're French. They're French and they're happy with it. But they're not gonna stay French forever. It's a miracle they have Apex and ZywOo right now. Yes, they're both French, and they're both probably one of the best in their roles. The second these players leave, France or Vitality is in a lot of trouble, and they have to go for something else. Because France is not that great. Like, if you don't have... Who's the second best French IGL? You could even say Major, because he's sort of French, you know? The next one is Maka, who's also the Opera, so it's... Be happy that they're French, support your Frenchies, but it's not gonna last. If you want to win, of course. G2 Esports.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
This, of course, refers to them sometimes being good and sometimes pretty shit. I mean, it's fitting, but it's also, I think it refers to like that G2 is pretty good at, you know, memes and, you know, being on the internet and, you know, social media and, you know, all the posts and stuff. I think they're pretty good at that. So I think it's a perfect, you know, little visualization of G2 Esports, because yes, they can be good. They can, like Nico and Monacy when they were winning with Hooksy of all people. I am Cologne, I am Katowice. But they also can be so shit when they have the chance to win it, like at PGL Stockholm when, you know, the Deagle missed, and then, or the last Perfect World Major was actually there, up for grabs. That was the last tournament G2 played with Nico, and it was that one that they should have won, but they again didn't do it. And they're inconsistent, you know, but they're on the come up again. I'm happy for them. It seems like a fun team, young team, but yeah. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. BC Game. We have a lot of money. This refers to BC Game having a lot of money. And that's what it is. They have a lot of money. They have no pedigree. They don't have any history, but they do have a lot of money. And that's how they get Simple, and that's how they get Nexa, and that's how they got Jakeem, because he needs a lot of money. Yeah, they just have a lot of money. They got Jason Derulo, they got... money, they have everything. It's online gambling site, betting site, and they recently made tokens, crypto coins, whatever. A lot of money. I don't think they have a slogan that is not like bet to win or whatever the slogan is or something. This is not a free advertisement, by the way. Oh, wait, this is a free this is not intended as a free They have a lot of money. Alright? And that's BC Game. The Mongols. Before I tell you what I think the Mongols slogan is, I will tell you what their real slogan is, which is a man can be destroyed, but not defeated. Which is awesome. I mean, that's sick. It's an Ernest Hemingway quote from Man and the Sea. Fish. Man and the Sea? Is that correct? It's an Ernest Hemingway quote from The Old Man and the Sea. And it's sick. It's, yeah. I mean, I can barely think of a new slogan. I mean, how can you not be a fan of this team? And I think that's the slogan. The Mongols. How can you not be a fan of this team? You know, like 9-10 had to travel like 9 hours by train or something. And if he didn't win the tournament, he couldn't go home. And MZino was discovered in an internet cafe just playing. And they were like, oh, look at that kid. That kid is crazy. Let's just get him in our team. And it works. And they win tournaments with it. They win tier 1 tournaments with it. And Blitz just brings a team up from nothing. Being a chess master brain guy. It's a Technoblade 2. It's, I mean, Techno... sorry.
One eternity later.
I mean, like, how can you not be a fan of this team? You see, like, the slogan, it just automatically, it works, it works. Cloud9. How can you be a fan? How can you be a fan of Cloud9? They have no loyalty. They won the major in 2018 with a fully American lineup, which is great. I was a fan. I liked it. And then they lost the players to MIBR, and then they picked up a player for like a few months, and then Tarek was like, no, kick him out, and then he went himself to MIBR, and then it was just like, let's just go European, let's go have a European team, and then they go European, nothing, and it's like, yeah, it's not sustainable. No, you don't know how to run a Counter-Strike team. That's just how simple it is. You don't know how to use money, because like, oh, yeah, when you have VC money, it's gonna be fine. Then they are like, oh, Gambit youngsters, the war breaks out. Let's just buy him for $1 million. $1 million. You can't even buy talents anymore for $1 million. Look at Kiyosuke, look at Monasi. But now you got a #1 roster just for $1 million. And then you're Russian and you run that team into the ground, and then you just, I would guess for Russian now. What are you? What? We just have it. And then they just lose, and it's like, we're gonna come back. Guys, we're maybe coming back this year. Maybe this year. Shut up. Just pick a lane and stay in it. I don't mind if you're not impressive. Sign an M80. That's fine. That's a nice little roster. Sign Boss. Sign... I mean, that's some fun American rosters there. Stick with something and build some. Complexity. The guys from Complexity, Passing UA, they picked them up. They were probably dirt cheap. You could have picked that up. No. They want to have the best or else they're not playing. I mean, they want everything. I mean, that's... No, I don't like it. I don't like it. How can you be a fan? Tell me. Tell me down in the comments right now. Aurora. Gambling, porn, and esports. Eternal Fire couldn't make any money because they couldn't find betting sponsors, because that's just the easiest way to make a lot of money in esports. But gambling is illegal in Turkey, therefore getting a betting sponsor is also illegal. So Aurora swooped in and picked up that roster because they could get gambling sponsors. Their biggest sponsor is a betting sponsor, 1xBet, and they are pretty proud of it. You know, the owner is always saying, oh, I bet so much money on this game, on the Champions League final, and I mean, we lost big time against, what was it, Inter? He put money on Inter. It's crazy numbers, but you know, that's gambling. But then, yes, we have Ava Alfie, who is also sponsored by 1xBet, and who shows up to all these Counter-Strike events, you know, pictures with Own a Pixel and stuff. You know, they also collaborate quite a lot. You know, if you have gambling and esports, I mean, it's gonna make a lot of men happy. So having that as a slogan, not so bad, I think. Natives sincere, born to win, unless they're born Russian. For the people who don't know, Natives sincere stands for born to win in Latin, or born to conquer. But as we all know, Natives sincere have spoken out against the Russian state and Russian people and saying we don't want any Russians on our roster. So I think it's pretty fitting to say Natives sincere, born to win, unless you're Russian. Even though I think there's a specific Russian talent that is literally born to win. He's like, he's put in the crib to play Counter-Strike and win everything. And last honest slogan, we have Team Falcons. We have a lot of money. Don't ask us where we got it from. Team Falcons is of course funded by the Saudi Arabian state by way of the Saudi Investment Fund, the PIF. People saying, well, no, MS Dosri, the owner of Team Falcons, was a very successful FIFA player and made a lot of money. And that's how he funds his giant corporation who buys players for 2.5 million and another 2 million there and another million there, and then paying everybody out $200,000 to $300,000 of salaries every month for just one specific team, when you have 60 different esports that you then enter the Esports World Cup in. And yes, you can say like, oh, but they won the Esports World Cup, that's another 7 million. Yes, you paid off 2 free players with that. You still have 60 other esports you have to attend. If you don't believe me, you can just check why they're not in Valorant or in League of Legends, because they actually tried to buy a League of Legends team or spot, however you want to say it, and they wanted to get into Valorant, but they can't because Riot Games, the publisher of the 2 games, Valorant and League of Legends, has in their rulebook that you have to be open and honest about where you get your funding. And for some reason, Team Falcons doesn't want to do that. They want to get into the biggest esports in the world with Counter-Strike and Dota, but then go to MMG, phone battle, bang bang, and first strike and whatever. I don't know, but Valorant, you know, is pretty big, and League of Legends is massive. No, they're like, you know what? No, we don't want. Of course they want to, but they can't because they don't want to be honest. We know this, all right? So I think it's pretty funny to say that their slogan is, we have a lot of money, which is true, and don't ask us where we got it from, which is true. That's why I think it's a pretty good slogan. I'm gonna keep it here. There's way more teams that I thought of, but I don't want to make this video too long and too busy and too much blah, blah, blah. I will make a part 2. If you guys want to, just let me know down in the comments. Do you have some funny slogans for teams? Or do you think I, missed a brilliant opportunity with one of the teams I already named? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to see them, and maybe I will, put them in the next video. Thank you again very much for watching. The support has been immense. It's guys, don't stop subscribing, don't stop liking, don't stop whatever you're doing, because it's been insane. And it's been blowing me away, and I can't say thank you enough. It's been insane. Some very, very nice comments, so don't stop with those, because they also really, really make this so much more fun to do every day. So I will be revealing the winner of the 1000 subscriber skin giveaway in the next video, so be sure to watch that one. I try and make different videos every week with different styles and everything, just to keep it fresh and trying new things out, and I think that's always fun. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss them. Thank you again very much for watching and subscribing and liking and commenting and everything, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.